My friend told me I should meditate to relax, and that's always weird. First of all, you ever try to read a book and the opening quote before the book even starts is too much for you to understand? My friend told me I should meditate, so I went to the bookstore, I picked up the meditation book. Page 1, it said, "Only that day dawns to which you are awake." I was like, well, this book is for somebody else. I'm having a panic attack trying to break down the first sentence in this book. Evidently, I'm too dumb to meditate. I didn't know that was possible. My friend's like, "You have anxiety, you should meditate." "Oh, I should sit alone in a room with nothing but my thoughts? That's a cure for anxiety? What's your cure for my ADD? Sudoku? I don't really..." He goes, "Meditation's easy. You just lay still with your eyes closed for like an hour." I'm like, "Isn't that a nap? That seems awfully similar to a nap to me." He's like, "No, it's different. You let your mind wander wherever it goes." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a dream. That is a nap featuring a dream that you're referring to. Been doing that since I was a fetus. It doesn't help with my anxiety." So now I just take naps, and then I tell people I meditated. You can do that. That's not against the rules. Nobody checks. It's nice. If you tell people you nap, they think that you're lazy. If you tell people you meditate, they think that you're better than them. It's kind of nice, you know? I also replaced the term masturbate with the term my stretches. That's another thing that you guys can do. Yeah. If you combine those two, it makes it seem like you're a lot healthier than you actually are, you know? I talked to my mother. She's like, "What'd you do today, Joe?" I'm like, "I woke up pretty early, did my stretches, got the blood flowing. Then I ate a light breakfast, then I meditated for about 2.5 hours. Then I woke up, stretched again, meditated for another half an hour. It was a big day." She's like, "I'm really proud of you. That takes a lot of discipline." I'm like, "It sure does. Only that day dawns to which you are awake." So remember that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I had to quit drinking because that was giving me too much anxiety. And I should be more clear. I had to quit drinking because I was an alcoholic, and that was giving me anxiety. And you got to be clear on that, because otherwise it's confusing to people. People are like, "Drinking helps anxiety." I'm like, "Well, probably we drank differently than each other." You know? Some people drink and unwind. I would unravel. There's a difference, you know? Some people are like, "I have a glass of wine and put my feet up." I'm like, "I like a bottle of Jägermeister, take my pants off and throw them at somebody." That's how I like to do it. Waking up covered in bruises and street signs, not as relaxing as you might think it would be, you know? I'm like, this might be a sign that it's time to stop. My friend's like, "What is?" I'm like, "This stop sign. It's a literal sign to stop. It's covered in my blood and in my bed, so..." When I was a kid, my family used to use the word happy to describe drunk. Instead of like shit-faced or hammered, but I'll be like, "We were getting pretty happy last night." That'll sort of plant the seeds of alcoholism in you. When you're 9 years old and you think happy means drunk, you know. I'm in 3rd grade. My teacher's like, "What makes you happy, Joe?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm actually not old enough to be happy just yet. But I'm hoping eventually I'll live happily ever after." Horrible anxiety all the time. I was in New York. I live in New York, and I was there, and I was at a Burger King. And let me ask you guys this, and you don't have to answer, it's a TV taping, but let me ask you this. Are you guys familiar with the credit card swipe that white heterosexual males do to each other? Have you ever heard of this? Oh, a couple people, one fella, all right. If you're not familiar, or maybe you're just weird, maybe you just don't want to admit it, you're on a date or whatever. It's a thing, you make a blade with your hand, and then you rub it between a friend's butt cheeks, and then you go, "Credit card." You guys ever hear of that? One guy, thank you, buddy. Some people say credit or debit, depends on... I didn't invent this, I just live in a world where it exists. I don't know what they're purchasing with the credit card swipe. I believe it's closeted homosexuality, but I can't be sure. Anyways, that's a thing that happens, and I was at a Burger King in New York, and I was kind of standing in line by myself. I was checking out the menu or whatever, and a buddy of mine, he came in, and he recognized me from behind, not in like a sexual way. He saw that it was me, and he did the credit card swiped me, And I just jumped. I was like, "Ah!" And I'm tougher than I look, everybody. I turned and I kind of had him by the shirt with my. I was like, "What the?" And my buddy was like, "Dude, it's me." And I was like, "Oh, hey, Dan." And he goes, "Dude, you are crazy." And I was like, "Am I crazy?" Because it seems to me that I'm alone at a Burger King in New York City, and I felt a hand in my ass. And I thought, I'm gonna turn and punch the person whose hand is in my ass. That doesn't seem all that crazy to me. Tell you what does seem crazy, using fingers in the butt as a salutation. That seems crazy.